A happy new year, everyone. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy holidays if you don't. I'm joined with the phenomenon right
Hello.
here. And yes, and we're going to talk about the biggest games of 2025. We're going to talk about our most anticipated titles coming out in 2026. All that and more. Keep it locked in for the next Power Hour, episode 133 of the
Streamcast.
No, 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 no. What's going on?
I was like, oh shit, how long have I got?
4 seconds. Yeah. All right. I am Black and More. You might already know me, and you might already know my special guest to my left, the phenomenal one. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thank you for having me today.
Of course. Happy New Year, seasons, greetings, and all them things there.
Yep.
So in this episode, we're going to talk about the biggest games to come out in 2025. Obviously, Club Skirt Expedition 33, the other games that we enjoyed last year, and which games we're most looking forward to getting our hands on this year. So obviously, everyone has been aligned in the universe. I can put it on here. Every year, we do a little Game of the Year tournament for our community to decide what the best game of 2025 is. And everyone was in unison. It's Clear Obscure. Expedition 33 over there. Look, it just dominated.
Yeah.
Sometimes, sometimes there's absolutely no debate. Do you agree with that take, Phenomenal One?
You know what? I've not played it. I downloaded it when it first came out, and I was like, should I play it? But I said no, and I deleted it. Reason being is I've never played like a game like it, so I've not played a Final Fantasy before, and loads of my mates that I know that are really into the Final Fantasy base, like, if you're going to play a game like it, play Final Fantasy first, get your toes dipped in the water of the game that kind of made it what it is, and then jump into Expedition. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll put it on the back burner. So that is one of my games for this year to play, but everyone and their mum was talking about it. There's people that I didn't even know, like walking down the street. Like I was out shopping yesterday. I was in a store, and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, Expedition 33." This boss was like, "Please don't." Like I was like, "I'm gonna leave." Like my part's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, there's nothing I really wanted in there, but trying to avoid every spoiler possible." But I heard amazing things about it. There wasn't a bad critique about the game.
Yeah, and annoyingly, I'm in the same boat as you because I feel like I had the opportunity to play it when it came out, and I don't know, something in me was just like, no. But obviously, I regret that now because everyone is just saying how it's this amazing game, it's the best game of the year, it's got perfect plot twist, rat-a-tat. And I did see a meme the other day where a lot of people turn their noses up at turn-based games, but then also in the same breath will say how much they love games like Pokemon, and it's just like, what's going on here?
That is me down to a T. Like Final Fantasy, I was like, I don't like it's turn-based, but then like someone's like, you like Pokemon? I'm like, it's different. trying to find that coping mechanism out there, but there isn't. It's a turn-based game. Just one's
With
not.
parries.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but we're in the same boat there. No worries. Hopefully, that's a game that we both get to play this year, and maybe we'll hop on a review a year later to be like, "Hey, this game is as good as everyone says it is."
Yeah, fingers crossed, dude.
But on that note, what has been your favorite game that you played last year?
See, I'm gonna be a bit of a sucker. Like I know it got a lot of hate, and I'm probably gonna get a bit of stick for it, a bit of backlash. I really liked Arc Raiders. I loved Arc. I never thought I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. Like the dev team I played the finals for, and I was like, this game has so much potential. It's great. Da, da, da. And then they announced it was like an extraction shooter, and I was like, I don't know how to feel about it. I dipped my toes in Tarkov back in the day, but for someone that's a dad of two and works a job, Tarkov's not for me. Unfortunately, I don't know where all the maps are, all the secret cubbies are, but I felt like Arc was a bit more user friendly because you can actually pull up a map, you can see where you can like get out, and it's a pretty good game. Like I've had some amazing interactions with people. Like I was singing Coco's "Remember Me" to a French guy, and then his mate came out of nowhere, shot me in the back. Me and him were both crawling around on the floor. He was like spitting on me. And you know when you go like that, he was doing that.
Oh, okay.
We're both crawling away from this one bloke, and then a robot comes out of nowhere, kills his friend. Then we're all crawling around. He drops, I drop, and then clearly his mate drops. It was amazing. Like it's a weird one. Again, I know it uses a lot of AI, and I'm far against it. And it was the only thing that kind of wound me up about the game. But it's a very fun game to play if you're into shooting games in general. You can make some very, very great moments from playing it.
Oh, nice. I'm very glad it is out of, I guess, the traditional take as well. So it's a unique one. I'm glad to hear that. I feel like a lot of people enjoyed Arc Raiders, though.
Yeah.
So I'm good. Really good company there. Nice. Freaky ass gamers spitting on people. That's a bit mad.
I mean, it's the internet. We live in a weird society, dude.
Oh my. All good. Hey, everyone's good into their own things, you know what I mean? Some people like parry, some people like saliva. For me, my personal favorite game of 2025, it might be basic, it might be predictable. It's Ghost of Yotei. I have enjoyed that game so much, and I am nowhere near finishing it. But that's my mission for this year. I'm going to finish the story, all right? I still have most of the 6 to kill. And this is really interesting because similar to Clear Obscure, I've had a lot of people in real life talk to me about Ghost of Yotei, and a lot of the time the conversation of, would you say this is better than Tsushima? Would you say this is better than the first game comes up? And I can honestly say, I think it improves upon Tsushima in every way. I think it's such a good game. I was having a conversation with someone who isn't a gamer at all, and I explained the game as it's basically Kill Bill, the video game. You're this kick-ass woman who's almost been killed, and you're going on this revenge death spree. Didn't say like Kratos, but you're basically like Kratos trying to kill everyone who's wronged you. Kill Bill was a much better comparison, which is one of my favorite movies. Yeah, and she was like, "Yeah, I get it. I want to play this game. I want to watch this game now." And that is all I can think about right now. I played a little bit over the Christmas break. I'm still suffering with one of the Yotei 6, but we'll get there. And I cannot wait to. I'm not going to play it, but I can't wait to finish that game and move on to something else because there are so many good games. I feel like 2025 was a really strong year. Yeah, I feel like there might have been a bit of a period where I was like, oh, these are great games, but not for me. But then all of a sudden, rush after rush, big title after big title started coming out, and now my backlog has doubled instantly. So
100%. Like the amount of games that got like nominees for like Game of the Year and stuff, and I completely forgot that came out. Like Donkey Kong, I didn't get to play it because again, I don't have a Switch 2. Unfortunately, Nintendo hit me up.
Hit me up too, eh?
But I heard amazing things about the Donkey Kong game, and I was like, you know what? I'm glad to hear Donkey Kong's thriving again. And then we had Silk Song as well. Not played Hollow Knight, so please don't attack me. I know it's got like a die-hard fan base, but I heard that was fantastic. We had Hades 2. We had so many games for 2025. I feel like we haven't had as many good games as like 2026. No, not 2026. 2016, when it was like Black Ops, Halo, like it was like one of them years where it was like so jam-packed, and it was like, mate, this year's cooked in the sense of gaming, but not in the bad way, the good way. It was nice to see so many people passionate about games that like you weren't expecting, and was expecting, but it's nice to see so many different games out there that everyone's so passionate about.
100%. Like you said, I think last year has been such a hot year for games, and it might be a bit cliche. I do feel like this is another year full of hot games to come out. When obviously there's the elephant in the room that was meant to come out last year, but it's coming out this year, so they say, and everyone wants to play it. And that's not even it. Like that alone makes the year hot. But the fact that we've got so many other great games coming out this year, it's truly the best time to be a gamer, whether you're on PlayStation, Xbox, or on PC, or Nintendo. Across the board, there are bangers everywhere. So, I mean, you mentioned the Switch 2 earlier. There's a really big game I want on that. What kind of games are you looking forward to this year?
Well, I've actually made my list. That's why I was on my phone. I don't want to seem like I was being rude, but I've got like a little list of like 6 games that I can list straight away that I'm like buzzing for. I'm gonna kick it off. See, GTA wasn't on my agenda. I've not even put GTA on my list because I don't think that game's coming out this year. Let's be realistic. We're probably gonna get another 3 or 4 Skyrim remakes before GTA comes out. But
It's the new Detox.
yeah, of course. Or was it Duke Nukem? That game took 14 years to come out, so
Yeah.
you know GTA can be the next one. But for me, I'm really looking forward to the Wolverine game. I loved the
That's my big one.
Spider-Man games. I've got high hopes for the Wolverine game. Like looking at the trailer, seeing like not your cliche like, oh, it's Magneto, oh, it's this character. Seeing like Omega Red and some Sentinels and stuff like that. I'm like, yes, I'm buzzing for that. That looks kick-ass. And again, you can't go wrong with a good Wolverine game. Like I think the last one was the Wolverine movie game, where the game was much better than the actual movie because the movie sucks. And it's when they made Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, but without being gobby. So it was trash. Next month alone, we've got Reanimal, which is made by the guys that made Little Nightmares 1 and 2. They
nice.
They left the studio and have made their own game. Looks really cool. It's got the same eeriness as Little Nightmares 1 and 2, which Little Nightmares 3 just didn't really have for me. I played it on stream and I was very, very disappointed. Then we got Resident Evil's Requiem. I love the modern day Resident Evil games, and I'm super excited for what they've showed. Like, I'm glad there's a bit of survival horror aspects of it when you play as the lady. I can't remember her name. And then you got the cliche Resident Evil when you play as Leon. Looking forward to that. Another game that's has been thrown around for years, which this is me being copium. This is my copium game of the year. Fable. I want Fable so bloody badly. It got announced, what, 9 years ago? 10 years? Like, it's ridiculous how long that game has taken to come out. So I'm hoping it comes out and I'm hoping it's good. But again, with games that get put on the back burner quite a lot and then do come out, they kind of drop the ball, I feel. Yeah. We got the Lego Batman game. I'm buzzing for it. I like the Lego games. One that got shown off at the Game Awards was Burley the Badger. Bradley the Badger.
Okay.
Again, it was one of them games that kind of sideswiped me. Like I was like, I remember and this is an announcement. I was like, okay, cool. It just looks like another like cartoony platformer. But then he like breaks the fourth wall, and it looks like, if you haven't watched the trailer for it, check it out. It looks kick-ass. And then there's one more game that's, again, I'm not too sure if it's coming out this year or next year, but it's called ILL, ILL. It got announced at the Summer Games Fest. That looks mental. Again, survival horror looks really cool. You get to kick a baby zombie. It looks kind of sick. Like,
I really said zombie.
Yeah. That's why I had to say the zombie bit first. No.
Yeah.
The clipping feature on the internet's weird, so there'll be someone out there. Yeah.
That's a really solid list, though. Let's kick off with the first game you mentioned, Marvel's Wolverine. That is my hot ticket for 2026. That's my shout for Game of the Year if GTA 6 doesn't get delayed. Or if GTA gets delayed, I should say. People watching, whether it's live or on demand, let me know whether you think GTA 6 comes out in 2026. Yes or no? Insomniac Games are amazing developers, and of course, they've done an amazing job with Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales, but of course, the Ratchet and Clank franchise as well. So they are upper echelon developers in this gaming thing. They are not newbies here. So anything that they put their name on, I have faith in.
Yeah.
Video
I agree.
games. Yeah, video games are a luxury nowadays, and I think it's not a weird thing to say. Video games are expensive. You know, £70 a pop nowadays on the latest generation. So if I'm gonna buy a game, if I'm gonna commit, I need to have utmost faith that it's gonna deliver and satisfy, whether it's a 30-hour game or a 100-hour game. And I think a game like Wolverine is definitely gonna deliver. They've shown how much dedication and care they have for the original source material, especially with Spider-Man, the collectibles and the Easter eggs and stuff like that. So I have a lot of faith with this Wolverine game. That is the word when it comes to Wolverine, faith, because I've seen the trailer. It's really good. I remember talking to Gabby, who has been the guest on the last couple episodes, and saying, I think Wolverine's going to be the next state of play. And she was like, nah. And then when we actually saw the trailer, we were both like, oh my God, did you see this? Forget this spreadsheet stuff. Look at this Wolverine stuff. Mystique looks great. Sentinel looks great. I cannot wait to find out what kind of story they're going to give us. The fact that they're going really gritty with it, with like the blood and the teeth and everything, it looks like they're going to really go above and beyond to give us a faithful reenactment or retelling of Wolverine. So I can't wait to get hands on that. I predict they will want to get that game out ahead of GTA 6's proposed release date of November. I think it's like the 19th or something.
Yeah, I think they pushed it back to November next year. This year, Jesus Christ, it was
already next year.
No, mate. Oh, got the message.
Breaking news. Eyes on the tweets. I think it's like November sometime. So I predict if I'm PlayStation, I'm like, get Wolverine out at least a full month ahead of time so people can enjoy the game, spoil it, blah, 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 talk about it. So like October, September, ideally September. So that would be a good time. They've already announced autumn this year, and this is a healthy amount of time from the first announcement, which I think was like 2021, I want to say, till now. 5 years is a fair amount of time to go from initial announcement to the public to release date.
Well, they did put on the back burner, didn't they? Because they got a data breach a few years ago, so that's why they kind of stopped developing it for a long time. They done that. There was a Venom game that they announced, which again, unfortunately, is not going to see the light of day because people like to ruin stuff on the internet because people are horrible. So, yeah.
Sorry, I tried to conceal a burp. Yeah, I agree.
But I'm hoping for like a late September launch.
I'd love that. I'd love a September launch. I think it is a really good time. Obviously, students getting back into their year of school or uni. Obviously, good for us in the lead up to Christmas. And it's probably the right amount of time to get a lot of a momentum for the Game of the Year chat. So I'm sure they have that in the back of their mind as well. I think, you know, Insomniac have been pretty solid in terms of what they've done going back to the PS2, but especially with the PS5 games. Rift Apart, which is a very fun game for all the family. Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales, games that have pushed the boat out in terms of graphical advancements. So I think I can't wait to get my hands on Wolverine. I didn't know Reanimal was made by the same guys who made Little Nightmares 1 and 2. I'm very interested in that now.
Yeah, nor did I until someone mentioned it. Like I was watching a video on TikTok about it, and someone's like, "Yeah, it's made by the guys that done Nightmares 1 and 2." It's like, okay, I can see it. Like the visual art style, 100% gives that, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I liked about Little Nightmares 1 and 2. The like very dark, arty, like monsterish side of people. I like that, and I feel like that they're going to hit. I really hope they hit the ground running with this game because, again, when you leave a big company like, was it Bandai Namco, to kind of go and pursue your vision of a game, you've got a lot to live up to. So, but again, if it's against Little Nightmares 3, personally, I don't think it's not much of a competition because that game was kind of crap. Sorry.
Oh no. It is a bit disappointing because there was a lot of hype leading into the third game, and I remember playing a demo and feeling, oh, this is really promising. This looks like they've continued in the same vein as the first two games. So it's disappointing to hear that the third game fell flat. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't go ahead and commit to buying it. Maybe I just didn't believe in it.
Yeah. No, wait. Wait, it's free.
I'm gonna wait till it's on PS Plus.
Yeah, or the Epic Store free game of the week.
Yeah. A game that's on my list is South of Midnight, and that's a game that a lot of people on Xbox and PC have already enjoyed for like a year now. That came out earlier this year. That was one of our games that we put into our Game of the Year tournament because we felt it got a lot of praise, especially from people who look like us in terms of like diverse crowds, people who wanted the story that wasn't just Greek or Roman mythology. So I think it was it deserved the conversation of being nominated in that conversation. I'm looking forward to getting hands on the PlayStation, knowing that it's coming out this year. So I have watched Hassan stream it last year. And thankfully, I've forgotten everything that he's done. So I will be going into this game with completely, fresh eyes and reckless abandon, trying to finish Hazel's story. Big fan of compulsion games. I think that's one of the first new era Xbox Game Studio games that I'm very excited to get hands on. I wasn't too excited about Redfall, which didn't end up being great, and Starfield either. That's not my cup of tea. But yeah, this is something that I'm very interested in. So I can't wait to get hands on that.
Yeah, that game was, again, another one that kind of slipped under the radar for me. I had it downloaded, but again, at the time I was struggling with storage on my PC, and I was like, oh, I need to get rid of something. And it's like a single player game. Am I going to play it anytime soon? No. And I deleted it. But again, I heard amazing things about it. I saw a few content creators stream it, and I was like, you know what? It looks pretty good. As you quite rightly said, I feel like the aspect of the diversity of the game isn't your cliche game. And it's nice to see that they kind of went for like the Southern America, like Dirty South kind of vibe to it. And it looks amazing. So if you are going to play it, I'll definitely check it out.
Yes, yeah, I appreciate that. What else is on my list? We mentioned the Switch 2 earlier. The Dusk Bloods, the first game that actually has me convinced that I need to get a Switch 2. So, what do you know about Bloodborne, Phenomenal One?
Yeah, no.
Next question.
Again, I know you're heavily into the Bloodborne, Dark Souls-esque games. I take my hat off to you, dude, because I tried Elden Ring. I beat one boss, and I was like, yeah, no, this is it's soul destroying. It's like, what's the definition of insanity? Trying to do something over and over again and not getting any results. That's how I felt playing Elden Ring. And again, after I beat my first boss, I felt like a euphoria. I was like, you know what? I'm probably not going to feel this again until I beat the next boss. So I'm going to call it there and cut my ties with this game. And I was like, yeah, cool. I'm done.
That is an amazing tagline that they should be using for their games. What is the definition of insanity? The next From Software game. Yes.
Copyright, quick.
Owned by Black Aurora. It does feel like running your head against a brick wall when you fight some of these bosses, but like you said, the euphoria when you beat a boss feels so good. You kind of not forget, but it makes a lot of the pain worth it when you fight a boss 125 times and then you beat him once and you never have to beat him again. You never have to face that boss again. It feels so good. So the reason I bring up Bloodborne is because it's one of those games that people still talk about, and I think it's like 10 years old now. People have been begging for a Bloodborne 2 for a decade. We're never gonna get it because I don't know what PlayStation did, but they really seem to have pissed off From Software because now they've gone running off with Nintendo to make the spiritual successor to Bloodborne. And it looks very vampiric, it looks very dark, it looks like my cup of tea. I have no idea how they're gonna make a From Software game work on Nintendo.
Yeah,
But
that's my
I'm
main
interested
concern.
to see this. Yeah, it might be a car crash, but you know what they say about car crashes? They make people stop and watch. So I can't wait to see what they cook or burn with the Dusk Bloods. And I don't know, maybe I'll recklessly buy a Switch too so I can play the Dusk Bloods.
I'm going to see it. Oh no, it fell in my basket. Damn.
Oh, who put this Switch 2 in my trolley? What the hell? I guess I have to buy it now. I don't make the rules.
Can't put it back. It's a bit rude.
It would be so disrespectful, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You know, by the veg. You're like, oh, I can't believe Switch here.
That's where I found it, in between the carrots and the cauliflowers. It's crazy.
I thought I saw one of them.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Another game that I'm excited about that you might not be is Neo 3, which is very much in the same kind of vein as those difficult Souls games. Not Souls games by name, but Souls game by nature, I would say. It's one of the, it is, if I was to describe it, it is the get good genre. It is a very tough, brutal game where you end up banging your head against the wall again and again and again until you beat that boss. But when you beat that boss, it feels oh so good. I think I have Neo 1 and 2, but I have never played them. So I'm looking forward to skipping both stories and going straight to 3 this year. I've watched some good friends play 1 and 2, and yeah, it does feel like I'm playing Sekiro or Bloodborne secondhand. So I will say Ghost of Yotei is getting me off the Souls sicko vibe. I'm slowly getting back to normality. I just want to play normal games. I want to have fun.
I want to be happy.
I want to be happy. I forgot what that feels like for a long time. And then Cuphead comes up. Anyway.
Yeah.
Neo 3 is another big one that I can't wait to play. I think that's coming out in March, so we won't have too long to wait if that's your kind of thing. I'll leave GTA till at the end. Double
that small game.
Look, no one even cares about that game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an indie title. Come on.
Yeah. Indies are all the rage.
No, that's the thing though. I'm looking forward to seeing what indie companies pull forward this year. Like again, with Expedition 33 being an indie title, and I think Ark is technically an indie title to some degree because there's a small dev team. I'm looking forward to seeing what small companies pull forward because again, the tail end of last year we had the booms of like Lethal Company and Repo and stuff like that. Them games, although they're one of them games that you play for a few months and then it kind of goes away because you've experienced everything that has to play. I love them. I think it's amazing where it's like a dev team of 2 people and it's just they're like, yeah, we wanted to make a game for ourselves and here you go. It's wicked. What else was it? Peak. I think Peak was a slept on game last year. Well, it weren't slept on. It was successful. It's made by like a few people again, but it's games like that where these AAA titles are sitting here like, yeah, you know, just slap on a bit of DLC. Oh, a reskin of the first game that we made. Not naming names, Call of Duty. But this comes from someone that loves the franchise. I love COD, but my God, please sort it out. The last one was bin. But if they want to start making people care about their games, look at what the indie teams are doing. They're pulling so much weight for the AAA titles that are then making them go, you know what, maybe we should actually pull up our socks a little bit and start making a game again, and not, oh, how can we get more money from the consumer? Like, I know, again, they're a business and I understand their project is to make money. However, you don't have to make us pay for the Express Game Pass to get this one skin. And I don't mind when a game's free, like Fortnite, where they will do a seasonal battle pass and then you pay for the cosmetics aspect because the game originally was free. Whereas a game like COD, where you pay in the £80 price tag, sometimes £100 for like the limited edition, and you get 5 skins, and that's it. And then you get a battle pass, and then the year later, that battle pass skin that you unlocked is now in void. And it's like, this is the first time I've not paid for a battle pass in Call of Duty, and I'm like, I'm planning not to kind of do that unless it's a game like, again, League of Legends, Fortnite, where they're free, and then you're paying for it for a game that you know that skin's going to be there for a long time until it goes away. So yeah.
I think that's really cool, because I know friends who religiously buy FIFA every year, and I got off that ride a long time ago, and I've never looked back. And it seems finally a lot of them are on that same motion now, because they've seen. They always knew that it's just the same shit every year, but now it's like so obvious that they don't care.
Yeah,
and
it is.
What they're getting out of the game is nothing now.
It's true. It's so true. And it's, again, as you already said, I got off of FIFA. It was I was playing Ultimate Team. That was my main thing. Went out on a night out, came home drunk, played it, lost, sold all my players, woke up the next day, realized I sold everyone. I was like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I don't know what happened last night with drunk Rhys, but sober Rhys is not happy with this. I'm done. And I stopped playing FIFA at like FIFA 19, and I've not looked back. Every year I've kind of gone, oh, maybe I'll dip my toe in. But I'm like, I know it's a slippery slope. And once you get into Ultimate Team, you have to buy the packs to be the better player. And then you're back in that hole again. And I'm not up for it.
It's a slippery slope.
It is down to the bottom.
Hopefully this game will not be like that, because it's 007 First Light. I can't remember the last time we got a James Bond video game.
Probably one of the movies a few years ago.
Yeah,
I say a few years ago. It's probably over 10. I'm guessing.
I'm pretty sure the last Daniel Craig one is like a good 10 years ago now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's insane.
Crazy.
When you say that out loud, it's like, 10 years ago was the last James Bond game. You're like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
What have they been doing? I thought Idris was meant to be the next one.
We will see. We will see. I'm hoping for good things for it, because again, the game, from what I've heard, everyone signed an NDA for it so far, so I've not really heard anyone specifically talk too much about it. From what I've seen, it looks interesting. I personally am not a fan of the 007 franchise, so I probably won't play it. I'll probably watch someone play it happily. But along the lines of a spy, I'm looking forward to the new Tomb Raider. I know she's not a spy, but I was kind of thinking a game that's kind of been dormant for a long time that they're reaching out to. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the new Tomb Raider games, because they announced 2 recently. They announced the first one reimagined, and then they've done a new one that's coming out later this year, I believe. So I mean, that's by the same guys that are doing 007. Is it Amazon Games? I don't know.
Good question. I want to say 007 is being made by the same people who made Hitman.
Oh, really? Good night.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
My friend.
That's the king of games. Yeah, so I'm excited about 007 just because of that. I've played all of the Hitmans up to date. Again, it might be one of those ones where am I convinced enough to fork down how much for it? I don't know, but I think we're in a weird era now where like larger companies are seeing what the indies are doing, like you said, but now they're like, how do we do that for us? So they're trying to uncover these IPs that they have the money to, purchase rights for, and trying to, I guess, put interesting and unique stories with these IPs, which is cool because I want to see interesting stories. I want to see variety. I want to see diversity. I want to see that there's the more games that are out there, the more people you can get into gaming.
100%.
I shouldn't be. Yeah, I like. What was game of the year last year? Clay Obscure. Okay, the year before that, what was it? Astrobot. Cool. The year before that, Baldur's Gate 3. I wouldn't like run to the store to pick up any of those games, but the fact that those games have such a cult following makes me happy because it means video games is going up. They say a rising tide raises all ships. Video games has been one of the coolest hobbies since the 80s, and it's been stigmatized and looked down upon because old people with money didn't get it. But since the pandemic, a lot of people have realized that, hey, this is actually kind of cool, and it's not as violent or toxic as you thought it was once upon a time. So now people are trying to reimagine these IPs and breathe new life into this medium, and I'm all for it. I think it's video games is the pinnacle of entertainment. One of my guests said that, and I'm copying him. I think it is essentially where a lot of the creativity is going, should be going, and like you said, Tomb Raider. I can't wait to play those games too. I hope they're really good.
So do I.
I know you mentioned Resident Evil Requiem as well.
Yeah.
I have to say, honestly, if there was an award for Dev of the Decade, I think it should go to Capcom because I think they've been on fire ever since maybe 2018 with Monster Hunter World, I want to say. They've been on fire. Resident Evil Village, all the Resident Evil remakes 2, 3, 4. It is insane. And they're coming back with new Mega Man stuff. Street Fighter 6. I have been so impressed with their work across so many different genres, different walks of life, different areas of gaming. I hope that Resident Evil is that going to be the last numbered entry? I feel they said something like that.
I don't think it has a number. I think it's called Resident Evil Requiem. I don't even think there's a number slapped to it, which is interesting because again, they can now go down a different avenue of not having to follow like Leon as a main character. But bear in mind, I'm not going to spoil much because I know the game's like 3 years old now. But the last one showed off some reoccurring characters, and it's nice because they have their finger on so many pies where they could go, oh, we'll bring back this character, and people that are diehard fans of the game will be like, oh my god, it's that person again. But people that are new to it don't need to know that specific one person's 17-year history unless they're like, oh well, what's a bit interesting like or confusing. They can watch YouTube videos. Like I love doing it. Like I've watched the entirety of BioShock explained twice, and that's my favorite game. But I love hearing people talk about the passion of like, oh yeah, this happens, and then this character reemerges, and you're like, yes, this is sick. And again, it gets people really excited because, again, as you quite rightly said, Resident Evil, they've pumped out 2, 3, and 4. People are like, okay, now I'm getting to know Leon. I'm getting to meet Chris Redfield and stuff like that. And it's nice to be able to go, oh yeah, the game's like 20 years old, but here it is again for the younger or newer audience, and it's wicked. Like gaming, yeah, as you quite rightly said, gaming's ace, man. I fucking love it.
I feel that remakes and remasters aren't necessarily as evil or lazy as many people like to make them out to be, upon first look. It's not so much the same way as TV and film, just because, like you said, you reach a younger audience. And the way you can tell stories through these games are vastly different than you could 2-3 decades ago. So I'm really quite happy that they've done 2, 3, and 4 again. I really like 4. Apart from Ashley, I would like to finish that. Yeah, I would like to finish that game. I hope they remake 5. I've heard a lot
So
of bad
do
things about
I love 5 because it is the trashiest shit in the world. But my God, I loved it. Like punching a boulder. Like who like oh mate, it's wicked.
I want it so badly.
Inject it
Please
into
remake
my
5.
body. Please make 5. If that gets announced this year, we need to do a co-op campaign where me and you play it because honestly, it's amazingly bad.
Saying it now, we will do it on stream. Announced. I'm so down to do it. Are there any other games that you'd like to see remade or remastered on that note?
Oh, I've wanted to do a TikTok series on this, so thank you. This is like a little bit of like like I've got like 3 major games that I'd love to see remastered. I'll go with 2 of the serious ones, and I'll go with the more jokey one, I guess, but it's not a joke because I'm being dead serious with this third one. My first game is the Condemned series. It was a Xbox 360 game where you was a detective and you was following a killer, and it got like psychologically crazy. I know it's an old game now, but I don't want to ruin it in case anyone kind of goes, oh, you know what, that game sounds kind of ace, and they look into it. Because I remember playing it. The ending was a bit meh, but the build up from the beginning level all the way to the end is a wicked franchise. So I love that. The second, well, I've got 4 now. I've thought of another one. Sorry.
Hey, no need to apologize.
I would love a new BioShock game of some description. Like, even if they did one as a remaster with updated visuals, they could keep the story as it is with the crappy ending that I love, near and dear to my heart. Keep BioShock or make a new BioShock game. I would be very, very excited for. Another game that's a classic. Again, it was kind of slept on and it didn't get as much hype. They made a sequel, but again, died quick. Was The Darkness. It's a Dark Horse comic book about a mobster that gets possessed by darkness, and he kind of goes on a vengeance to kill the people that done him wrong. It's kind of like The Crow, but you have like demons that like do your bidding for you, and it's wicked. I love that. So I'd highly recommend anyone that hasn't seen The Darkness. Make sure you take The Darkness game because you get The Darkness, the band that sung I Believe in a Thing Called Love, and it'll be a bit awkward because you'll be like, that's not a game race. So make sure you take The Darkness game in. You know, you don't want a guy running around in spandex. It'll be a bit awkward. And the fourth and final one, I mean, people like getting spit on as we established earlier on. So.
Different strokes.
Exactly. And the fourth and final one is one that I've wanted for years, and Xbox have held it in a clasp, and it's really made me sad because I love this game quite a lot. Don't think they're ever going to do it because the Xbox don't want to do it. Viva Pinata. I really love Viva Pinata.
I forgot that game existed.
Yep, they made a TV series and everything about it. I love that game to the moon and back. I had a top 50 worlds lion at one stage, but I didn't realize until people started DMing me saying they wanted to breed with my lion. I was like, what the fuck does this mean? It was the weirdest shit in the world because you could send your pinata to somebody else's garden for like X amount of time and it'll come back to yours. People would like crossbreed like top 1, top 2 to get the best of the best. And it was the most bonkers game in the world. But I remember playing it back in the day and loving it. I nearly 1,000 points it in achievements. I love Viva Pinata. And I've said, if they've done it again, I'll do a 24-hour stream of me playing that game. But that's how confident I am they're not bringing that game back. But, you know, lo and behold, like, no, my luck, they'll go, yeah, game exclusive, Viva Pinata. And I'll be all for it, mate. I'll be buzzing. But, yeah, that's my other game. What about you? What if you could pick some?
So the first port of call is someone better clip that. Because when Viva Pinata gets announced, 24-hour stream.
Yeah, man. I'm being
dead
serious.
Under. There is absolutely one game at the top of my list for remakes and remasters. It is Infamous, the first game in
Oh,
the series on the PS3.
yeah. Okay, I forgot about that game. That was chef's kiss, man. I love that game.
Look, I forgot about Viva Pinata. It's all good. Um, just as good a game as each other.
Maybe not. But I'd say Infamous is up here. Viva Pinata's like near the bottom of the barrel, but
The fact that I would never have played this game if PlayStation never got hacked is kind of crazy to me. It's something that Isaac and I joke about all the time. But I'm so thankful that they gave us 2 free games to get. And I don't even remember what the other game was because I only wanted Infamous. And it's so good. It's such a unique game where there's genuinely a reason to play the game twice, and most of the time it's only if you're like trophy hunting or achievement hunting or you're trying to get everything 100% the game. But the story is so vastly different that you kind of miss half of the context behind the universe of Infamous if you don't play it again and do the other karmic route. So to break down the game, you're this guy called Cole McGrath, who is this depressed, gruff, I guess, young adult, and he's basically a victim. He is literally a passenger of a bomb, and it blows up this city. And he's blamed because obviously he was the last guy associated with the explosion. So he is trying to undo a lot of the madness that goes on in the city, and you have these decisions to make because you gain powers due to the bomb. You can use these powers for good, saving people, rescuing people, in the dump of a town that you live in, or you can be evil and be selfish and demand people work for you and bring you food and stuff. And it's got a very good power system. I love how you go about unlocking new abilities. My favorite one is the one where you like kind of hover in the air. That's just I just do to get around everywhere. I would never fast travel. I would just hover everywhere. I died many times because of it. And it introduced me to Sucker Punch. That was the first Sucker Punch title I played. And because of that game, I had full faith that Ghost of Tsushima was going to be a successful game, which it was. Arguably many people's game of the year of 2020. And of course, they delivered Ghost of Yotei late last year, which was another successful game in their catalog. So Infamous is right up there. Number one game. If no matter what day, year, decade it is, if you ask me what game, if only one you would like to see remastered or remade, Infamous. The first one, I don't care about 2. I don't care about Second Son. Infamous 1. Give me Cole versus Kessler one more time.
No, I respect that. It's a good shout. Games like that, like what is it, Prototype as well. Them open world games where you can make the decision of being the good guy or the villain. They're wicked, man. I loved Infamous. Like again, I didn't really play much of the story. I just floated around zapping people, and it was sick. It's like wicked.
That's the story as far as I'm concerned. There's a really cool bit in Infamous. Sorry, it just came to mind. There's this really cool bit where, like, obviously you go to different areas to do missions and stuff, and there was a side quest where you go to a graveyard, and I think you're trying to help someone, and then you get tricked. You realize, oh, the guy who or the woman who was screaming was actually a setup chick, and these gang of enemies come and hound you. And I'm like, what the hell? I was trying to be a good guy. What? I just love stuff like that. I love little tricks, little stuff that play on video game stereotypes and flip them on their head. Yeah. Just really fun.
That again, Infamous was a game that was so good for its time, and again, unfortunately, we might not see the light of day because the Ghost of franchise is doing so well that they might just keep focusing on that, which, in fairness, makes sense because everyone likes money. Nintendo, no, not Nintendo. Sony like money, so they're gonna carry.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah,
they all like money, though. To be fair, I mean...
exactly. It could be worse. They could charge like a lot for their subscription bases and stuff like that. So I'll just take a sip of my drink quickly.
Another game I like that's coming out this year is Saros. Now, this is the sequel to Returnal. And that's a game that I think my friend has, so I might ask him to borrow it. But I really liked the premise of it. For some reason, I didn't commit to buying it, but it seemed to be one of those games that I feel like I don't think PlayStation gave it the attention it should have been given. A lot of people enjoyed it. Very brutal roguelike. And Cyrus looks like it improves upon Returnal in many ways. The visuals are so good, and I hate to be someone who's teased by the visuals, but yeah, that's definitely got me hyped to play the game. I think the gameplay mechanics, they offer a lot of branching ways to play, which I personally love as well. I don't really like when there's like one way to play. I do feel like as long as you beat the enemy, you've played the right way. So I like that there's going to be a lot of utility like that in terms of like the shield mechanic. I don't think there's too long to wait for that one either. I know it got delayed recently.
It's got the what's the actor called? I can't remember his name.
Oh,
it's gonna bug me. I know he supports Liverpool. But I love his work. Everything that he's been in. He's been in The Haunting of Hill House and stuff like that. That kind of movies of shows. But yeah, I love his work.
Rahul Kohli.
That's it. I love. I thought it was Rahul. I just didn't know. I didn't want to butcher it and it'd be like, yeah, it's not his name. I'm like, oh shit. Like, yeah, his work is wicked, and him as an actor as a whole is what actually got me really interested in that game. Like, I haven't seen the gameplay aspect of it, but him as an actor, I'm like, I can relate to his stuff. So that's what's got me excited for it.
Yeah, he looks really good in that game. I think one more for me, Phantom Blade Zero. It's another one of this. Yeah, it's another one of those hard punishing games though. So we'll see. But I think that's a September release. I've got 9th of September, 9/9. Easy to remember on my notes.
I've noticed there's a lot of Souls-like games coming out this year. It feels like this is the year for that franchise. I don't know why. Like, I know people like it, but I feel like there's so many that are coming out in such a in the year. Like, it's like Jesus Christ. Like, people are going to be eating if they love them games because, yeah,
it definitely feels like that's the new wave. What did I say? No, Elden Ring was definitely the peak, but I feel like maybe Sekiro was when a lot of studios were influenced by it and wanted to make their own. We've seen the likes of Lies of P in 2023. We've seen Lords of the Fallen. We've seen
Wukong.
What's that? Wukong. Yeah, of course. So many strong titles over the last few years. And yeah, it does seem like that craze isn't going anywhere. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. My personal take is just, play games that you like. I feel like people like roguelikes, people like RPGs, people like turn-based games. If it's not for you, no worries. There's something for you. That's the beauty of video games at this time and space right now. There's so many great games in all genres. You can find something that's for you. If that is not a Souls-like, that's all good.
No, agreed. Like, it's one of them things. I feel like people are so like swayed on what people say about a game to make their decision for them. Like, again, us being creators, for instance, there'll be someone that will listen to our opinion going, oh, this game's sick, this game's wicked. And then there'll be someone that's watching and goes, oh yeah, he thinks the game's good, I'm going to buy it. And it might not be for them. But then there's the other people that will never touch the game, e.g. like when COD and Battlefield both were like going head to head like last year. People going, oh, well, now look at Battlefield's views on Twitch. It's dead. I'm like, it doesn't mean the game's dead. It just means not many people are streaming it or viewing it as much, but the game's still thriving. It's like, I think it's not doing as well as it did when it first came out, but just because not many people are streaming it as much as it's when it first came out doesn't mean the game's dead. It's just people move on. People find that the game's not for them after a few weeks. They go back to COD because it's the more familiarity. I'm trying to say that word, but I can't say it. Or they find a whole new game that they're like, I never knew about, and then they're more jump into that. Because I know when Expedition got like swept the Game Awards, I saw a load of heat for it. Everyone's going, this game's trash. I'm like, but why are they saying it's trash? Oh, I don't like the aspect of it being turn-based. Well, there you go then. That's not for you. Move on. Like, people voice their opinions way too much, and I feel like with the internet and with like the generational aspect of things, loads of younger viewers will get swayed by a big influencer like, I don't know, if Ninja goes, well, not him anymore because he's not as big as he used to be, but say, I don't know, I'm trying to think of someone. Tim the Tap Man goes, oh yeah, like that game's dead. Everyone that's watched that stream will go, yeah, it is. And it's frustrating because I get people are kind of easy to mold, like younger viewers, but some people need to kind of keep their opinions to themselves. That's my opinion on that. There's me being a bit hypocritical, like, yeah, shut up about your opinion. That's my opinion. Shut up. So,
I am very much someone of the belief of form your own opinion. Like, hear them out. Obviously, reviewers are there to help you make a decision for yourself, but ultimately, you know what you like, and you need to be the one to make that call for yourself. Just because you might disagree with someone on a take doesn't mean that that person doesn't have taste. It just means your tastes are aligned in different areas, I guess. So
yeah,
like I said, there's always going to be a good video game, no matter what the genre, what the era, what the console that you can buy and enjoy. So there isn't an excuse to be like, oh, there's no good games right now. I would challenge anyone on that.
Yeah, I saw that a lot early last year. There's everyone going, there's no good games. There's plenty. It's just not the game that you found. And again, like Donkey Kong came out and was like, oh, it's a kid's game. Have you even played it? You might love that game. So,
first of all, I think that's a stupid critique. Second of all, why are people so dead set on crapping on stuff that they haven't even tried? A lot of those people who hate Clear Obscure because it's turn-based probably haven't even played the game.
I agree.
Play the game before you hate on it. It's okay to say it's not for me, I'm not going to try it, but then to go, the game's trash. You don't know it's trash.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly that. It's so frustrating.
Ugh. Well, what hasn't been frustrating is seeing your face, the phenomenal one, and hearing your voice to welcome in 2026 in the best possible way. And Streamcast is always going to be providing the best, always enrolling footage and content in ways such as our monthly game nights. Our next one will be in 10 days' time from this live show. The 15th of January, from 7 p.m. UK time, over at Zombie Games Cafe, which is in North London. So look it up. The link will be in the description and in the comment section. We have an Eventbrite page. It's completely free and open for everyone to turn up and have fun. It's not just video games, it's also board games, card games, etc. We are trying to bring all gamers together because gaming is for everyone.
Amen to that one. Amen to that.
Thank you very much. Phenomenal one. I cannot believe I've not asked you this already. Let the people know where they can find you, where they can follow you, support you, and what projects do you have going on right now.
Well, again, my name's Rhys. I go by the Phenomenal One. You can find me on all forms of socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I'm slowly getting my foot into, and Twitch. This year, I'm looking at potentially doing some more turn-based games. So again, going to try the Final Fantasy franchise. Going to do a poll on that tonight and let people decide on which one is my first one to play. I've got more tech unboxings that I'm looking at focusing on moving into 2026. And yeah, just trying to have a good year, you know, that's the main one, I think.
I think we're going to have a great year. You especially are going to have a good year. 2026, the year of growth, comebacks, and eliminating haters. So make sure you follow the Phenomenal One. We'll be sure to put all of his links into our comment section, whether you are watching this on demand on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. And once you're done supporting the Phenomenal One, why don't you support the Streamcast? Of course, our episodes will be live right here. youtube.com/streamcast. The stats have been improved. I've been watching, and you guys have been impressing me. The stats have gone down. I think only 30-40% of you are not subscribed. So first of all, hi new followers, new viewers, I should say. Welcome in. Press that subscribe button, hit the
Make
bell,
sure you do.
set it to all. Yes, please. It helps us out greatly. We would love to hit 1,000 subs this year, but we have to hit 700 first. So that's our goal right now. So please join the Streamcast army and be part of the greatest community out there. We are also on Instagram, Streamcast_, as well as TikTok by the same name, Streamcast_. Whether you get your podcast on Spotify, Apple, or somewhere else, this podcast will be live there in about 24 hours from this moment. But make sure you leave a comment in the comment section, letting us know which games you are most excited to play this year. We can't believe we didn't mention GTA 6. It's the second year in a row we've done it. Oh.
Oh well, it's not coming out.
That's why it's coming out 2028.
What, in 2 years' time?
Yeah. Look, you know, someone
2027 years. Skip that one.
No, come on. Someone hacked the data frame. We got a tax penalty. We've got people rioting outside. Look, we just need to get all our ducks in a row. Usually we do 2 new episodes a month. I'm not sure when the next episode is going to be out because it is circle back season, and that means I need to circle back to our guests. But I'll be sure to let you know as soon as we know. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Streamcast_ on Twitter, Instagram, and Streamcast on Blue Sky. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Keep on gaming. We'll see you on the next Streamcast.
Have a good one, guys.
Happy New Year.